Today, we're going to dive into Cal Newport's really powerful idea of deep work. It's a skill that, honestly, might be crucial if you want to thrive in the crazy, distracted world we're all living in.
So let me ask you something. Do you ever have one of those days where you get to the end, you're totally exhausted, but if you look back, you can't really point to anything significant you accomplished? I mean, sure, you were busy, you answered a ton of emails, you hopped on calls, but did you actually move the needle on the stuff that really matters? If that sounds familiar, well, you're not alone. That's the exact problem Cal Newport is trying to solve.
In this quote, this gets right to the heart of it. The way most of us work today throws us into what he calls fragmented attention. We're just constantly bouncing between tasks, Slack messages, emails, you name it. And that state makes it pretty much impossible to do the kind of deep, focused thinking that actually creates real value.
So to figure out the solution, Newport says first we have to name the two big forces that are fighting for our attention all day, every day.
First up, we've got the hero of the story, deep work. Now, this isn't just about focusing. This is about getting into a state of pure, distraction-free concentration where you are pushing your brain to its absolute limit. This is where the magic happens. It's how you learn really hard things, solve complex problems, and produce your absolute best work.
And on the other side of the coin, you've got shallow work. Just think of all the busy work that clogs up our days. Answering emails that don't require much thought. Those endless status meetings. Posting an update on social media. I mean, these tasks are easy, and they can even make you feel productive, but they don't really create much new value. And let's be real, almost anyone could do them.
And when you put them side by side, the difference is just, it's night and day, right? Deep work is hard, it's valuable, and it's uniquely you. Shallow work is easy, it's low value, and it's super easy for someone else to do. So what's the big problem? Our modern work culture often rewards the appearance of being busy, which keeps us stuck paddling around in the shallow end.
Okay, so why is this distinction so incredibly important right now? Well, because Newport makes a really compelling case that the ability to go deep is becoming a genuine economic superpower. This right here, this is the core of the whole idea. Think about it. As our offices get louder, as our phones get smarter, as the pings and notifications multiply, the number of people who can actually sit down and focus is just plummeting. And at the very same time, the value of what those few focused people can create is skyrocketing. This gap creates this massive opportunity for anyone who's willing to train this skill.
I mean, just look at someone like Woody Allen. This guy had an unbelievable creative output. A film a year for over 40 years. How? He intentionally walled himself off from distraction. He wrote on a manual typewriter. No email, no web browser, nothing to pull him out of the worlds he was creating.
Or how about J.K. Rowling? She was famously a ghost on social media while she was deep in the world of Harry Potter. Even as her fame exploded and the whole world wanted a piece of her, she fiercely protected her focus. She knew that was the only way to build something that would last.
And you know, this kind of focus is so rare because, frankly, we're pretty bad at judging how much we actually work. One study found that people who claimed they were working 60 or even 64 hours a week were, on average, only productive for about 44 of those hours. So, where'd the other 20 hours go? Poof. Eaten up by the constant churn of shallow tasks.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, I'm in. How do I actually do this? The great thing is, Newport knows there's no single one-size-fits-all answer. So instead, he lays out 4 different philosophies you can adapt to fit deep work into your own life. All right, so here are the 4 main approaches. First, you've got the monastic philosophy. This is the extreme version. You basically become a hermit and cut out almost all shallow work. Then there's bimodal, where you split your time. Maybe you take a few days or even a week for pure deep work, and then the rest of the time, you're available. The rhythmic approach is all about making deep work a simple daily habit, like brushing your teeth. And finally, there's the journalistic philosophy, which is for people who've trained themselves to drop into deep work mode whenever they find a spare hour. The whole point is to find the one that actually works for you.
And a really powerful, super simple example of that rhythmic philosophy is what's often called the Seinfeld strategy. The idea is genius. You get a big wall calendar. Every single day that you do your deep work, whether it's writing, coding, whatever, you put a giant red X on that day. After a few days, you'll start to see a chain. And then your only job becomes, don't break the chain. It's amazing how motivating that visual chain can be.
But here's the thing, and this is maybe the most important takeaway of all. This isn't just about becoming some kind of productivity robot. Learning how to go deep, well, it has these incredible effects on your overall quality of life. Think about it from your brain's point of view. When you spend all day just reacting, jumping from notification to email and back again, it's neurologically exhausting. It actually trains your brain to be anxious and stressed. But a day where you spend a good chunk of time in deep focus, that's a day where you feel challenged, engaged, and at the end of it, way more satisfied.
And that really brings us to this profound idea, which is captured perfectly in this quote from science writer Winifred Gallagher. What she's saying is that our actual life experience isn't really shaped by what happens to us, but by what we choose to pay attention to. In a very real way, your attention creates your reality.
So in a world that is basically engineered to shatter your attention into a million tiny pieces, the deliberate, conscious choice of where to place that focus, that's everything. It's your ultimate freedom. The question Cal Newport leaves us with isn't just about work. It's about how to build a better, more meaningful life, one focused moment at a time. So, what will you choose to focus on?